Nana here. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm excited to bring you the message that I have for you today. I've been praying about it all day, guys. Um, and the card that I picked from you was from a new deck that I got, all right? And it's from, um, hold on, Colette Baron Reed, all right? And so I'm just getting familiar with the deck and I ended up praying over it and everything. And the card that came out for you, believe it or not, is Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams. I don't know if you guys remember that movie or not, with Kevin Costner, Field of Dreams. But it's basically he was a young guy in a young family, and they had a small farm, and he had corn out there that he would harvest, and they would live off that money, which most farmers and ranchers do. Well, what happened is he kept hearing this voice in his mind, build it, they will come. Build it, they will come. And he didn't know what they were talking about. And one day he went out into his farm and he was out in the cornfield and he felt like he was supposed to build a ball diamond. I don't know if you've seen that movie, Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner. But there was a lot of obstacles that came along the path. One of them was, number one, they really couldn't afford it for him to cut some of their harvest into a baseball field because of something that he heard. And even his brother-in-law, who was a banker, said, you can't do this. You can't do this. You need this harvest. You're behind on your payments. They're going to foreclose on you, that kind of thing. So I don't know if you've seen that movie, but this is the card that came out for you. And I was getting from Colleen Baron Reed. She said, this is the perfect time, okay, to harness the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside, listen, the gentle gardener. So be clear on your thoughts and feelings and belief. Concentrate on your best life, regardless of the distractions, the naysayers, or regardless of the temporary outer conditions imposed on you. See, to who I'm talking to in this, you are someone who has had a dream given to you by the divine, all right? And you might have known about this dream ever since you were a little girl. There's some little girls and little boys in here. Maybe since you were little, all right? Or maybe it's grown and it's expanded. And when this card came out, Field of Dreams, was I not only, thinking about the um, the the movie with Kevin Costner, Field of Dreams, but I was also thinking about that you've had a lot of things that have tried to stop you along the way. Has tried to stop you along the way ever since you were little. One of the cards that came out, we're going to put them back in and shuffle, guys, but why? Why? You've asked that question quite a lot in your lifetime. Why did you give me this dream? Why do I have this dream in the back of my mind, in the center of who I am, and it just won't let me go? No matter what I do, where I go, who I see, who I don't see, where I don't go, it follows me like my shadow. It's because it's something that you're chosen to do. This field of dreams here is something that you have been chosen to do. And you might have been asking yourself through your growing up, why? See this book here? It has wings. Why have you given me this dream, God, divine? Why do you give me these downloads? Why do you give me these gifts? You have been hidden in plain sight, all right, for a long time. You have been being prepared for a long time for an assignment, for this dream that you've been holding on to. And for some of you guys, this field of dreams is going to switch, all right? It's going to switch up. It's going to switch up. It's going to change forms for some of you guys, all right? That's what I was just being told by Spirit. One of the other cards that came out was chaos and conflict. You've had a lot of chaos and conflict in your life, even to where you've tried to disguise yourself quite a few times. Some of you might be 33 years old. Your past life number might be a 3, but you've tried to disguise yourself so many times. All right. Hi, guys. How are you doing? Nice to see you. But you've been in chaos and conflict quite a bit in your life as far as this Filled in Dreams card that came out for you. You're somebody who has held on to a dream of yours for a long time, and it's getting ready to break forth for you. It's getting ready to come into full bloom, into full harvest for you, who I'm talking to. And you're going to have peace. From this day forward, from this night forward, within your calling, within what you're chosen to do, within you reaching for your dream, you are going to have peace. A peace that passeth all understanding is going to fill your heart and your mind. Okay, that's just what I was just getting from Spirit. The peace of the divine is going to fill your heart, your mind. Okay, this field of dreams that you're going towards is something that some of you have been building on. Some of you have not even stepped into yet. Some of you, you're going to. Hi, Cookie. How are you? I'm glad you found me. Yeah, I've been here. And maybe it's just disappeared. You know, sometimes you have to refresh your subscription. All right. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are here. Nice to see you. Finally get to go live because I got internet finally. Yep. Woo, woo. So yeah, Spiritual Guidance from Nana is my YouTube channel, and then Spiritual Guidance 97 is my TikTok, okay? Let's get a couple more cards for this Field of Dreams, guys. Field of Dreams. Remember in that movie with Kevin Costner too? You know, his brother-in-law was all on his case. If you don't sign these papers, they're going to come and foreclose on you. They're going to come and foreclose on you, you know? And he just kept feeling like there was something he was supposed to be doing with the field, with the diamond that he, you know, that some people were going to come. There was some great meaning. And then his daughter confirmed it for him. He goes, yes, Dad, people will come. I don't know if you guys have seen that. If you haven't, Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner, you got to see it. That was the card that came out for you guys. Amazing. Can we say amazing? Let's get a couple more cards from this Oracle deck. All right. This came out in the pre-shuffle. Yin. Some of you guys are... And Milk and Honey. That came out in another reading as well. Yep. These Field of... And Y came out again, guys. Y came out again. What's on the bottom? A leg up. Your spirit team is here to give you a leg up. Your angels are here. All right. To give you a leg up. This yin is here, and I believe there's a reason. I don't care if you're masculine or feminine. We have both within us. All right. And what masculine energy or a female or a feminine energy, what does that mean? It means that with the female energy, you tend to be more nurturing, you know, more caring, more nurturing towards yourself, towards others. Yin is more like a masculine energy. It's more like action. When you're taking action towards your dreams, when you're taking action towards your field of dreams. So some of you guys need to do a little more nurturing on yourself is what I'm feeling like. You've been in an action mode maybe. You've been really busy or something like that, and you need to just nurture yourself, pull back a little bit, nurture yourself. But this field of dreams, the dream that you have within your mind's eye right now, the dream that you have within your mind's eye, don't lose sight of that, because that's going to bring you into some abundance. That's going to bring you into some milk and honey. All right. That's going to bring you in to answers. You've got answers. Hold on, guys. Here we go. You've got answers that are coming towards you. You've got clarity that is coming towards you with this field of dreams here. All right. What else I was getting from Spirit is now is the time to have a clear focus on what you really want. Now is the time to have a clear focus on what you really want. Maybe put it in pictures on a dream board or write it down in a journal. All right. We're going to see what some of your challenges are right now. Spiritual guidance and support and partnerships. Some of you guys might not feel like you have your spirit guides or guardians around you right now to assist you, to help you to evolve. You know, you might be having a hard time because this is in your challenge position, seeing yourself the way your spirit team sees you. They see you as somebody who can fulfill the field of dreams. You're somebody who can get the downloads, understand the downloads. All right. You're going to know the reason why that you've had these dreams. You're going to know the reason why. All right. They ask that you remove all limiting thoughts and open up yourself to them. They're wanting you to believe again for some of you guys. Believe in dreams, believe in your dreams. They want you to believe that you've got partnerships and support. You've got some people around you. Now, some people might not be around you right now for some of you guys, but they are coming. All right. And these are people that you can depend on. You've been asking for partnership. You've been asking for support, and that's getting ready to come. It's been a challenge in your life, finding somebody who has the work ethic, finding somebody who has the same vision, who wants to come aboard, you know, and be a part of your dreams, be a part of your dream field. You know what I'm saying? Hi, guys. How you doing today? We're going to pull a little more. I've combined a couple of decks, guys. I get bored. What can I say? I get bored and I combine decks. So we've got Repair, Evolution, Growth. And then we've got this one as well. So can't remember the name of that one. Anyways, let's see what else Spirit's got. You guys are heading towards your field of dreams. And like I said, some of you guys are just getting started. Some of you guys are in the middle. And some of you guys, your dream is getting ready to shift and change. It doesn't mean that you were wrong to begin with what you saw. It just means that there's a different avenue. There's a different... it reminds me of an octopus almost, like with a bunch of legs, you know. You're going to be going off in this direction, but it's still going to be hooked to the main body. Don't be surprised if your dream has many legs. That's a good way to put it. Don't be surprised if your dream has many legs, many avenues, many different assignments, but it's hooked to the same body of the dream. Does that make sense? All right. Because some of you guys, you're going to be branching off. Some of you guys already own your own business right now. See? Spiritual guidance. You're co-creating. Your spirit guides and guardians are here to assist you and to help you evolve into your authentic self. See, that's one of the things right here that you weren't sure you were going to get, was partnership and support. That was in your challenge position. And you are. You just might not feel it or see it at this present moment. You know, just because, you know, someone's on here and we're spiritually teaching or whatever the case might be, you know, it doesn't mean we have our ish all together. You know, sometimes we don't feel like we're moving forward or we're doing something. You're not the only one. Sometimes it can feel a little stale or stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it can feel like that. Spiritual guidance, co-creation. The time is now to see yourself as your spiritual team sees you. They ask that you remove all limiting thoughts and open yourself up to them. Right? So you've got to know that this field of dreams that you're thinking about, that you're moving towards, all right, you're on the right path. You're getting spiritual guidance. You are co-creating. On the bottom, it says it's time. You are being asked to move forward toward the dream that you've been carrying in your heart. See, so it wasn't a quinkadink. I don't believe in those. That, we were talking about Field of Dreams and Kevin Costner. All right? And if you know that movie, and if you don't, you need to see it. It's an older movie, but it's worth it. It really is. It really is. Let's see what this one is. Distorted view, perspective. A change in perspective is needed to view you or the situation with compassion. The root core of pain is often associated with how you may view yourself or the situation from a wounded place. Maybe you guys have been feeling a little stuck right now, a little stagnant right now because you have a little bit of a distorted view of yourself or your situation right now. It could be that, or maybe it's coming from a wounded place, a place where you were wounded, and you thought you had healed all that, and here comes a distorted view, and it's kind of stalled you out a little bit when it comes to this field of dreams. But that's all right. You're going to recognize that, hand it over to your spiritual team and move forward, right? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hi, guys. How are you doing? Let's see what else we got here. One more from this deck. Let's get one more. Let's pull it from the top. Good news, positive energy. Your prayers have been heard. Good news is on the way. The universe or the divine wants one of my lights went out. Sorry, guys. Wants you to have expectancy of positive outcomes in your life. You have the power to manifest what you desire for your highest good. What? By co-creating with Source. See? That's twice now. And look how big this is. That's twice that it's come out that this dream that you've got here, this dream, the field of dreams, you are co-creating. You are co-creating with the divine. And they're giving you a leg up. You're going to get signs and synchronicities. You're going to get confirmations. Like that octopus I was talking about, that you might be branching off, different legs to your business, different avenues, but it's still the same core. It's still the same mission statement. It's still the same, maybe it's still in this same, servicing people. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's get one from this one. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Yeah. If you've been seeing synchronicities, guys, with insects, butterflies, bees, you name it, frogs, commitment. Without commitment, you cannot have depth. Be all in. Go forward. No turning back. I think you're committing. You're getting the confirmation you need. You're going to get the confirmation you need, not just from me, but from others. You watch. Whoever's watching this, you're going to get more confirmation than just me that you are on the right track and you should continue towards your field of dreams. Make a commitment to yourself. Yes, yes. Put in the comments below, I am moving forward. I am going to commit to my field of dreams. Yes. And yes, it might take a lot of different roads. It might take a lot of different avenues, but it's still going to be hooked up to the main core. Completion, and then the light goes back on. It's good time to finish old tasks, clear your plate to be ready for the next thing. Maybe there's some things that you need to clean up or clear out. That's what I was saying. Different avenues are going to come up, and you might have to put somebody else on this task over here so you can do a couple more. Does that make sense? Ascending. Because you demand more from yourself, others respect you deeply. So rise to a new level, home base. Your home feeds your soul. Work from home. Start your own business. Stop the rat race. Some of you guys will be. Some of you guys are going to be working from home. You're going to start your own business, or you have started your own business. Some of you guys, that business, like I said, is going to branch off in some different areas, is what I feel like for some of you guys. All right? But you're moving towards your fields of dreams. You are going to accomplish what you've set out to accomplish. It just might look a little different than what you thought in the very beginning, but it's still going to have the same core. All right? I love you guys. Till next time. Bye-bye.